Hey guys, how you doing? I just want to share with you some thoughts that have really been coming to my mind, and before I step into what we're going to be discussing today, I just want you to know to go ahead and subscribe and comment down below, hit that notification so that every single time um, I get something in my head that I want to talk about, you guys can actually be with me, and we'll be sharing and different topics and just having girl talk. Okay, that's out of the way. Now, I just really wanted to share, what is your love language? How do you feel loved? What makes you feel completely loved? Is it a meal that someone has prepared? Is it a surprise? Is it someone helping you do something that's hard for you? There's so many different love languages, and in our family, with our children, with our spouse, they have different ways of receiving love as well. And that's something we need to take a moment and either write down, or we really need to take a moment and get it in our minds where we don't forget it, because it's real important that if you have a family or just anybody around you that you care about, to show them your love, but through the filter that they understand. For example, like for me, if you spend my spouse or my children, when they spend time with me, they are showing me love, because that's how I receive love. How do you receive love? Do you receive love when someone writes you a nice letter, however it may be? But the question today is, how does your family receive love? How do your children receive love? How does your spouse receive love? Your mom receive love? Sometimes we can be speaking love to other people the way we receive it, and then that's why they don't get it. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes we may be showing love towards the person that we want to show love to, but they're not receiving it because we are doing it in a way that only we understand. So that is definitely something that we should jot down and remember today. Remember that everyone in our family or our friends or our job, they are people that love us and we love them, but that they all have different love languages. So if you cook a meal for your spouse and that makes him feel loved, maybe that's not what's going to make your daughter feel loved, or your son feel loved, or your mom feel loved. So today is a day to recognize what are the love languages that each of our family members would recognize, so that they can feel loved. Being accepted and loved is so important to your spouse, to your children, and to everyone in your family. But we're going to just take into context our children and our spouse today. If our child does not feel loved by us, then they'll try to find that satisfaction, that love from somewhere or someone else. And that's really a point where we have to make a point to go ahead and show them the way they feel loved. Maybe it's just sitting down with them and watching them play video games. Maybe it's that taking them on a secret date, you and them, and you go have a meal with them and you just talk and speak whatever it is that you guys want to say, or separating time, maybe when you come from work, even if it's 10 or 15 minutes, to speak to your spouse before you hit the bed and go to sleep. It's very important to converse, to talk with our spouse, with our children. Even though we think they're small, they still receive love in certain ways. Your child could be 4 years old, and there still is a way that that child receives and acknowledges love. Of course, maybe when they're babies, hugging them, loving them, maybe putting a happy cartoon that they like, whatever the case may be. But everyone has different love languages, and everyone needs to learn the languages that your family around you feels. So that is what I bring to you guys today, a piece of wisdom and advice that I know that's going to help you, so that your family and you can become tighter and stronger. Because who can come against love? Who can come against and rip apart love? I mean, the real kind that you share when you actually take the time in acknowledging the love language of your friends and family. God bless.